What's going on, guys? GTA for Life 6996 here, coming at you guys with another video. This is just some little gameplay, solo challenge gameplay, but I'm gonna be talking about, I'm gonna be voicing my opinion towards something. This is gonna be my thoughts on the game so far, of Madden 17, obviously. But basically, what I think about it and what I think they should add, remove, and basically just what I think of the gameplay and overall what I think of the game. That's basically what it is. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So I wanted to start off by saying that there's been a couple things that really have just annoyed me so far with the game. Um, my expectations are high every year just for the fact that I love Madden, and I'm always gonna get it because I love football, and Madden's the only video gaming football game. So definitely got to go get that every year and see how that goes. Even if I'm wasting money on some stupid shit like what they come out with in the early days of releasing the game. Pretty much the first month is always going to be boring because they're not going to really come out with a lot of good stuff. And another thing too is the gameplay. They're always going to throw it at you, all crappy with a bunch of glitches and stuff that definitely need to be fixed and definitely should be fixed even before you release the game, because if you're a game developer, you got to think about stuff that'll occur if you don't fix it. For example, a lot of the games that are being released, there's a lot of glitches until they fix them in a patch. But then again, these should already be taken care of before you even release the game. That's what I'm saying about Madden. They have a problem with doing that, because they'll release it with a bunch of stupid stuff that's happening. So that's that. I wanted to talk about the servers too. Servers for me haven't been very good. It's definitely not my internet, because every other game that I've been playing so far has been fine compared to Madden. Madden, step your servers up, get your servers better, and then whatever. Because what's been happening is I've been lagging out of a lot of games, knowing that damn well it's not my internet. I'm getting the loss for it. My contracts are being lost for it. And it's just overall very frustrating having to deal with losing contracts and wasting my time. A lot of the games that I've been playing, whether it's head-to-head or solo challenges, in solo challenges, I'll be playing a game, I'll be winning, about to get these coins, these packs, and all of a sudden it'll say that, my progress won't be recorded, I won't get my coins, and that's frustrating. That's crushing. Especially when it's a hard solo challenge. There's solo challenges where you're just getting demolished, and it's like, fuck. I finally go to beat it, and all of a sudden, I gotta restart because shit happens, like servers being sucky. So that's another thing too that I'm really that they need to work on. Another thing too is that some of the stuff that's been happening is just straight up, it's just goofy. Like you finish the game, right? You finish the solo challenge, you're ready to advance to exit the game, and all of a sudden the advance, when you press X, it won't work. It'll just stay frozen. I don't know if the game freezes. I don't know if the buttons just won't register, but I have to literally restart my game, restart Madden, close app, restart it, and come to find out the fucking solo challenge doesn't even save, and I gotta redo it. So that's something that pisses me off too. Because you're wasting time when you're not getting what you need out of these solo challenges. When you have to redo them after you already beat them. So that's obviously annoying to have to deal with. I haven't really seen any really like cheese in this game so far, which is a good thing because I like how they watered down aggressive catch. I like how the running is. I wouldn't really call it OP because it kind of takes skill in terms of juking and spinning and stiff arm. You have to really time things in this game for it to work. It wasn't like last year where you do cheesy double jukes. Not even gonna lie, I did that. I was, I happen to have done that. So I'm glad it's not in the game though, because it really just ruined the game. You're able to, it doesn't matter what kind of juke rating you had, you're able to juke out everybody and anybody. So that was something that annoyed me. But I'm glad it's not in here this year. Which is, I'm glad. Another thing too is I'd probably say, what have I already talked about? What haven't I talked about? I don't know. There's a lot of things that's been annoying me lately. I hope they step it up. I hope they, release some patches and hopefully just, get it together. We'll talk about things that I like now because I ran out of things to, that I didn't like. Which is a good thing because I don't want too many things wrong with this game, which there are. I can't think of them now. But the kicking system. Kicking system's great because it requires skill, requires focus. It's gonna come down to a crucial moment in the game where you're gonna have to kick like a 50-yard field goal or something, and you're gonna need to have a good kicker and have some complete focus in order to do so and win that game. Because it's all about timing and focus. That's what it's all about. You kick it, you have to get it in that little line or that little box. You know what I mean? On time. And I think that it's overall gonna be it's gonna pretty much decide who wins and who loses in games. That's what I'm trying to say here. I'm getting tongue tied and shit. But yeah, that's basically what it is, and I think that is awesome. Because it's gonna be exciting. What else do I like? I like the new running mechanics. The running mechanics are great because, like I said, it requires skill this year. You're gonna have to time jukes and spins and stiff arms and trucks, and basically anything else that your ball carrier does. Um, and yeah, it's overall just I like it. The spin this year is great because it's realistic. You have to actually stop and spin where last year you had this like you could basically spin while you're running. That was just kind of unrealistic. I didn't like that. Um, but yeah, those are some things that I liked. What else do I like? Oh, I want to talk about ratings this year. Ratings this year have been a little weird to me, a little off, a little odd, because basically I thought this is what I thought. I thought ratings on cards were based off of how they did before the season before the game was released. For example, these ratings would be off of the 2015-2016 season. And a lot of people who did great last year ended up getting either no upgrade at all or very little upgrade. For example, Chris Ivory, who did great last year, his overall ended up going down by 2. I remember it was a 78 overall and went down to a 76. That was something that pissed me off because you as someone who's a fan of a lot of players, you're hoping that there's a lot of upgrades. For example, Navarro Bowman, one of my favorite linebackers, my favorite linebacker in the league right now. I was hoping he'd have like an 88 overall because he led the league in tackles last year, but it went down. I mean, think about it. He played great last year and got an 85 overall. Last year, like last year, he didn't play that whole season and they gave him 87 overall. That didn't make sense. So a lot of the ratings have been weird. Speed's been weird, but it definitely makes sense in game because you can see the difference. So yeah, that's basically my thoughts on the game so far. I hope they, step it up a little bit and, kind of listen to the consumers. That's going to be the video, guys. Wrapping it up. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys later.